Not really played Warhammer much, at least not in terms of strategy game. I played, what was it called? There was a Warhammer MMO a few years back. I played that for a little while until it got shut down. And then I played Warhammer Fantasy in real life many years ago for a short period. So in that regard, I do have somewhat of an experience with the Warhammer franchise. But Matrix, since you kind of missed... Oh, let's not talk about what happened yesterday, but we did start our Dyson Sphere. So let's quickly go and have a look at what we are at the moment. Might be, but I don't really care too much about it. I just want to enable people to see it. I'm not nowhere big enough for that's gonna be an issue. And if it is, I will take the hit for that for now. Yeah, it is in theory against the TOS, but I don't think they're gonna hammer down on anyone that does it unless they are partners and have a very exclusive contract, like many have. For a small-time streamer like me, there is just a hobby that that's probably not gonna be too bad. But look at this, or I call this the ice cream cone from last night. Just having a ton of ships flying in. That is pretty darn good. Yeah, the ice cream cone. So we have the cone here, and then we have like the scoop at the top. Very nice. Let's not start there already, Matrix. Let's give it a few hours before we hit that point. Chat. So today, what we have to go and do is, for one, we can start to use our antimatter to generate some power. And we can start to use our white science as well to generate something. One thing I'm a bit sad about is that when I'm on this factory world, the game lags quite heavily. Or not lags, but that's the encoding lag from OBS. It's just making it lag here, so we can't stay here too long. And we'll probably go somewhere else. So one of the first things I want to get going today is, of course, Stream Raiders. And I want to go and grab some... Look in here. Let's take this one. If I can see it. Some spiniform crystal, because right now we are consuming pretty much everything we can produce. Go here. So we need to go grab a lot more, because all of it is being used for the carbon nanotubes. And we are not producing it fast enough. So I'll start Stream Raiders, and then we'll go to a nearby planet and pick some of that up. Yeah, we have got... I don't know if you saw... yeah, you did. Did you see our Dyson Sphere? The start of that? Oh, well, you would notice Dyson Sphere is there, since we actually have critical photons. But I want to go to this one, because I know there's some spiniform stalagmite here. Let's take a little trip that way. We have filled ourselves up with antimatter fuel rods now to increase the power a bit. But before we go there, I'll just show you, Llama. Look at this. Oh, look at that. We are currently sending out quite a bit of ships from here to build a Dyson Sphere. And it's going to be a checkerboard Dyson Sphere. So we can see when it goes to the system. But it's going to be checkerboarded, which is going to look very good. So that is slowly building and giving us quite a bit of power and letting us be shown on the Milky Way galaxy. So firstly, let's go and pick up this. Do we have anything we want to get rid of? Let's just drop all of this to clear out some room. Yeah, that should be fine. Thank you for the follow, Black Legion. Yeah, those were rockets, so we have quite a bit going out at the moment. Which is very cool that things are going that well. So mining-wise, we have the miners, we have belts, we have logistics towers that's gonna get delivered, and we should probably bring a few more. What's it called? Logistics, just for the fun of it. Let's grab some of you. Good drones. Yeah, let's get a few more. And that should be good enough for execution to gather more materials. But yeah, we need to expand our factory to more worlds now, as being on this factory, as it stands right now, factory planets, and encoding and streaming at the same time and recording is a bit too much to handle for, for my PC. Oh yeah, and hydrate. Thank you, Black Legion. I'll do that while we are flying here. And I'll start with the coffee and not the carbonated water, as Unimatrix is not a fan of that. Let's go to here. Ooh, I can't do that. Whoops. There we are. My bad. Let's stop here. Let's go and fix that. Exactly. So let's see what kind of planets we have here. This one is not really that useful, other than for... oh, we have a gas giant as well. That is actually pretty darn good. So, 10G is not enough, but we can grab it. And then we'll fill in this one as well, to get the fires and the hydrogen. Pretty bad. I think there's a coffee called... what's it called? Death? Or something like that, where it's like 10 times as much caffeine as normal. I think there's something like that. Go here. Did we actually bring any orbital? We didn't. We'll do that afterwards. Wasn't there a case a few years back where a lot of young people under the age of 16 started to die from having too much caffeine because they got too many Red Bulls? I think I heard something about that. You've become immune. Let's see, I want to grab first at blind. Ah, there we are. Let's get our crystals somewhere. Right here. And hey, Buddha as well. Oh, we've got to start stream raiders. Let's just jump in and do that right away before I forget again. And we're right at the skin chest. We might be able to get some skins, which could be very, very cool. So let's see. Level 5, level 1, and almost no enemies. That should be easy enough. I'll just put down a flying rogue just for the fun of it. There we are. Let's quickly mine this part. We can never have too much of this. Let's just fill in as many as we can. Yeah, I have a no matrix. How new are you to Factorio, Black? Completely new, or have you tried any kind of building in it? Because the main thing I normally tell people to do is go for a main boss. Pretty much the same thing I tell people to do in Dyson Sphere, because it allows you to organize your thoughts around the next thing down the line, and it will enable you to get whatever resource you built anywhere in the factory. And that is kind of the main reason to do a main boss. Okay, I'll define that as new. But yeah, do a main boss. You can look up my Factorio series on YouTube, where I built one. I'll say that will probably be the main thing you should do. Because one of the things that normally overwhelms people at the start is pretty much that you have a huge spaghetti of builds. And you can't get your resources from one part of the base to the next part. And you can't do it in bulk and expand out. So build a main boss and make things modular. And always automate. Always look for that. No, Buddha. Never go full spaghetti. I don't think I've made a spaghetti base for a few years. By the way, Black, if you go to this link, that is my YouTube channel, and look for the entry level to Megabase series, then I'll show how to make a main boss. That would be a good place to start if you want some inspiration to how to do it and why you do it. I explain it as I built them. No, Buddha, no spaghetti. Don't want it. So let's just get some power here as well. Only a small amount of power. Let's do you. Of course, remove some of these, as not all of them is not needed as it stands. Can I even fit it in anywhere? Yeah, I can put you here. Can I? Oh, damn it. And at least get some landfill in then. There. Okay, let's go back and get a few things. Yeah, I was going to request some, but I haven't added into that. It's actually one of the few things I haven't automated yet, which is quite unfortunately. But let's do a bit of a cheat just to get things off the ground. That at least should let us do it. Add in full view. Remote demands. Here is some power for you. Give it a second, then it should request one. And it's typical of me to forget the concrete. That was not the plan. Discharged, so that'll be good. Yeah, wonder who told me about the nuclear. So we'll go into solar power now, since we actually have the antimatter fuel rods, and we'll be able to generate all the power we need. So I should probably make a solar panel thing as well. Get you in here. Yeah. That's gonna get supplied. And hopefully we'll request in some of you Otherwise, I'll just fly back and get it. Yeah, I pretty much have that for the other ones. I didn't expect I needed it for this area. Well, let's quickly go back and get it. Luckily, it's not that far, so let's quickly do it. Looking at our little thing here. Let's jump to Bellatrix. We'll go to the home world and get some concrete and get some solar. Yeah, I agree. Work smarter, not harder. Let's see here. Come on. See, where is our home world? Mining world, home world, right here. Then we can also grab what's it called, or orbital collectors while we're at it. Since we need that for let's land here in the middle, get what we need. So we have solar. We have 70 being crafted already. Should have things being flown in as needed. Let's just grab you. How many do you stack in? Stacking 20. Yes, we've been to the black hole. Unimatrix made me go there a few streams ago. Because I had no power. That was pretty much the main reason. And I didn't want to do it. And flying back to get the concrete as well was easier. True. I should just set it to load 1. You are correct. But I want to fix my concrete as well, which is currently over here at our old main bus. And I don't think I've set that up. Oh, Jesus. Good. That will. I want you in here, and I want you to request in you as well. Because then this will be able to go out to the world and I'll be able to request in Foundation. Let's get the orbital collectors. Somewhere, can I just request them over here? Yeah, please come to me. We'll go and get them. Because right now we are lacking hydrogen as well. Which actually is a bit of an issue. 5k, should be good. And orbital collectors, we should have them somewhere in here. Yeah. And we know each, what's it called, the gas planets requires 40, so I'll just bring 40 so we can fill it up and get more going. That will be that one. And should probably set that to be delivered in smaller sizes than 1,000 at a time. Yeah, because that is a lot of power to be stored everywhere. And that should be good. Let's see. We need to bring anything else? No, we'll try and design a way to request antimatter fuel rods without requesting 1,000 at a time. If we do that, we'll be able to last a lot longer, since some of these worlds don't require that much power. Or we could just request batteries for the small worlds. That's also a way to do it. Yeah, the small mining walls might as well just do batteries. Or small amount of solar. There we are. Yes, a blue gas giant. Exactly. That's why I bought the 40 collectors with me, because we are running out of hydrogen as it stands, which is a bit of an issue. There. And we need the hydrogen bad. We're already consuming 2 full gas giants as it stands. So let's, in theory, use this one as do that. Yeah, but I don't need a polar base here. We only need to grab this one thing, and that's all we need from the solar system. So I will do it in some other area. But if I set this to minimum load 1, will it fly without a full stack here? We'll just keep sending them. That's actually what I want to see. Let's give it a test. You here do demand. And it still gives 1,000. Yeah, we gotta power it. Yep. Let's just put one of these down. That should generate more than enough power for now. And then you guys can see an artificial star as well. It looks absolutely beautiful as well. Look at that thing. So pretty much just want this one to send out a small amount of antimatter. And I'll stay here to test it. So if you do 100 at a time, that is quite a bit, but it should be enough. If you remote demand on you, hopefully you only request 100. You request absolutely zero. Oh yeah, there's no warpers yet. Let's give it a second, and then we should get it in. Yeah. Generates 72 megawatts. Is it better to... Yeah, is it better to have... Yeah, okay, so it's better to have the sender at 1%. I'll have to go and fix that. I'll just bring the rest of this back with me. Oh hey, oh the beast. Yeah, I did see it. It looks very good. A bit of spaghetti still, but it looks nice. I know it doesn't matter, but I don't like to waste things. And since I'm here anyway, might as well bring it with me. We'll have one build going out. Just go here to there. And grab it in. Yeah, look, this is what I don't want. It's on 1% now. Look how many it's sending with that less, and that's why I don't want it here. This has to be at max. So it can only be the antimatter through rods that's at 1 for when it's sending. But then again, I don't want it to send it across the across the universe with less than 100. So maybe set it to 10%. I should probably set the sender at 10%, so I send 100 at a time. Oh yeah. I still need to get a hang of this. It feels kind of weird once in a while. But we'll figure it out. Where is those antimatter? Ah, there they are. Then you'll produce, giving us more. That's all going back to the base, giving us more carbon nanotubes, and then we can expand out even faster. But we need to find a new world to craft or make a factory planet out of, because the one we have all the science on right now is too laggy when I'm recording and streaming. There we go. So how do I do this without it requests a ton? Take a bit of this. We can leave the rest of you. Whoops. Oh no, don't do that. Ugh. Stupid me. Clear. Now there's antimatter all over the place. Christ. Let's fix that this way. Don't leave your antimatter lying around. Go in here. Let's get you down to there. And let's just grab that much and set you to remote demands. That should be fine. We'll leave the rest. So all we need to go and do now is go to the supply of this one and set it to 1%. And then it will slowly but surely request what's needed. So I think this is enough power for forever. So let's go and fix the gas giant as well. That was the other thing I wanted in this system. This can kind of go by itself now. Yeah, and May updates, I think they added it in. So you can either clear it or pick it up. Let's go up and fix you. Let's see, where's the equator? It's this way. 14, 13, right here is the way I want to be. And do you right on the equator. Perfect. Time to mine a ton of resources. Yeah, Lammet. It is great, Bruce, and welcome back. Have you seen our Dyson sphere yet? Or at least us building it? Come on. Because right now we just need to gather all of this because hydrogen is quite lacking. Anywhere, everywhere. And it's funny how it changes from the output is 0.7 and 0.29 per second. So hydrogen is what I want the most. Fire ice I don't really want, but I'll take what I can get. Then we'll add down 40 and then we get 10 per second. Meaning we'll get 600 more per minute. That's some. That'll just go forever. Let's wait for all the robots to get back to see if they're stuck back there. But Bruce, I can just show you our sphere while we're waiting. We are gathering a ton of things, and over here we have a current Dyson sphere. Here goes all the solar panels. Oh, we have solar panels now. Look how good that looks. A nice steady beam going in. and being filled, and then soon we'll have more ships going in again. But slowly making our checkerboarded Dyson sphere. Nope, you can only hover above a gas giant, but I think what they added was that you can hover above a gas giant and pick up fuel from a gas giant, because back in the earlier versions of Dyson Sphere, you're able to get stuck here and it was almost impossible for you to leave the gas giant. You'll just kind of be stuck. So now you're able to harvest bits just with your mech. Yeah, it is. Let's see here. Yeah, things are going very, very well. Come on, 13 more. Get this down. Because if you look at our current consumption of hydrogen, we're producing 10k, we're pretty much consuming 10k. At least as fast as we can. And yeah, it's never enough. And as I was saying earlier, it is weird how in the start you're like, oh, what should I do with all of this hydrogen? And now I'm like, it's fine. And no, you can only build on the equator on a gas giant. And there is room for 40 all the way around. Because you have to go every 2 steps for it. Of course, you can go more or less, but if you do exactly 2 between, you're able to fit in 40 and take the maximum throughput on this planet, or gas giant at least. More. 5 more. 4. Suckies. That's a good name for him, Matrix. There we go, 2 more left. We should be right back where we started now. Oh, look at that. 40 is exactly what we can have. So, now that this solar system is sorted, let's just rename it a bit. To plus gas. That means this solar system is pretty much used. So what I wanted to do... that is a good point, Bruce. So what I want to do now is we should go back and hook up our white science. Of course, at the moment, it is kind of bad to be on that planet. But I want to hook it up and then we can go and do something another place afterwards. Look at all the nice amount of ships going back and forth. Oh, it's generating more than enough for white science. We have a few thousand. At least not white size in bulk. But if you look in here, I should be able to find it. Do this. We are generating 120 per minute. I've been doing that for, I'm guessing, about an hour. We do have enough to at least do some of the starting researches and be able to go around. So it's almost nothing it's generating, but it is enough to start the first part of it. Factorio world. I want to go. Yeah, and it looks so good. As you can see, it's already lagging a bit here. Nope, no lenses into them yet, because they weren't consuming the max power anyway. But we'll go and fix that very soon. Oh, I've never seen that. The white signs is going here. Producing we have 6,000 something. And all we actually need to do is change these ones right here over to white signs. Or make a new one because this needs to actually be thrown into the system. Or could we just take out something else if I change you to white? Wait, not white, sorry. I need to change it to research. There we go. And have all of them plus whites. That's fine. Wait, never mind, am I an idiot? Was in the correct spot before it was. Ah, I'll try and look at that later, Bruce. Season 6, Episode 4, Relics. Let's get your way, your way, your way. Let's get some white signs in here. In very clear, this one just add whites because the rest is already used. We have nothing left for it.